Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, we have done the topic screw gauge, and in it we have studied what is a micrometer screw gauge and why it's called as micrometer screw gauge. I have told you in my previous lesson. Then we have studied the parts of a micrometer screw gauge. Then I'm showing you all these again to have a revision. Then we did the least count, we did the pitch, and how to find the pitch of the screw gauge. You must have prepared these topics. Then we were doing the errors in a micrometer screw gauge, and we were studying the positive zero error as well as the negative zero error. Today I will tell you how to calculate positive as well as negative zero errors. Now, again, this is a revision of the previous topic. When there is no zero error, you can see when both of the zeros are coinciding with each other, then we will say that there is no zero error. But if the zero of the circular scale is under the zero of the index line, when we close the stud and the spindle, then there is a positive zero error. And when the zero of the circular scale goes above, yes, like in this figure, it goes above the zero of the index line, we will say this is a negative zero error. Now let's see how to calculate. That is our today's topic, calculating zero error. One is the positive zero error and one is the negative zero error. In the positive zero error, look at this figure. The first figure, yes, this is showing a positive zero error. Now, first see that when we close in this situation, we have closed the stud and the spindle. And we see that this is the zero of the circular scale, and it is under the zero of the index line. This is index line 0, and this 0 is 3 lines. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. This 0 is 3 lines under the 0 of the index line. So the zero error will be 3 multiplied by least count, which was 0.01 millimeters, and we will get plus 0.03 millimeters. And we will write here a plus sign to show that it's a positive zero error. Then in the second figure, you can see a negative zero error when the zero of the circular scale goes above the zero of the index line. Yes, this my arrow, the cursor is showing the zero of the index line, and you can see the zero is above. And how many lines? 2 lines, 1 and 2. 2 lines above the zero of the index line. Then it's a negative zero error. So 2 multiplied by 0.01, which was the least count, and we will get minus 0.02 millimeters. Then how to take measurements with the help of a screw gauge? First of all, the very first step when any measuring instrument is given to you is to find whether there is an error present in the measuring instrument or not. So as you are having a micrometer or a screw gauge, then you will find the zero error, whether it's positive or negative, find it and write it down separately. Now, find its least count by using the pitch. First find or check the pitch, and then by the formula of least count, find out the least count. It is also written on the screw gauge. The least count is written on the screw gauge, but you must be knowing that how we can calculate it. Now, step number 3 is we will place the object whose thickness, whose length is to be measured in the spindle and the stud of the screw gauge. Then close the gap between the spindle and the stud by moving the circular scale and the thimble or the ratchet in the clockwise direction. Now, fifth point. After adjusting the object, we will find the main scale reading. Then we will find the value of the circular scale, which is coinciding with the main scale. And then the seventh step, we multiply the reading from the circular scale by the least count and add this product to the main scale reading. Now, how to do it practically? Yes, this is a micrometer screw gauge is shown in this figure, and this is a rod which is adjusted between the spindle and the stud. The stud is also known as anvil. When you will adjust it, then you will check from this part, from this scale, what's the thickness or the area of cross section of this rod. So to make you understand better, I magnified the view. So look at this figure. First of all, you will find the main scale reading. Yes, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8.5. This is main scale reading or the sleeve reading, which is equal to 8.5 millimeters. Okay, then you will go for the circular scale reading. Which line is coinciding with the index line? Yes, this 40. 40 is coinciding with the main scale or the index line. You will multiply 40 by the least count and you will add both of these. And on adding, you will get 8.90. So the reading is, or the cross section is 8.90 millimeters. Okay. Practice it again and again, then you will easily understand. This is not difficult, very easy. Then is, okay beta, in the next topic, we will be understanding how to apply zero correction. Okay.